Well, good morning. It is 4:40 in the morning, Arizona time. And I was thinking about what I wanted to post yesterday, and I had all these different ideas, all these different prompts I wanted to talk about, but none of them really seemed to hit. And I feel like one of the things we need to talk about is how we keep feeding certain things in this country and as a society that just don't make sense. For no reason. There's no reason behind it. You know, everything you feed in yourself grows, right? Whether it's good, whether it's bad, etc. It's gonna continue to feed you. One common thing that anything that's a negative concept has is that it requires attention. And when you think about that and you understand that and you've acknowledged it and you've realized it fully in your head, you realize you're giving your attention to the wrong things. I got off of Facebook. I got off of social media for the most part. My sister's Gen Z. She loves to send me TikToks. I don't ever really use TikTok. But I don't have anything. And I see all these people racing around, you know, upset, frustrated, pissed off, and anxious, you know. For what? For why? For who? It doesn't matter. Is it affecting you? Ask yourself this question. Is all of that bullshit gonna follow you to your grave? Are you going to let all of that bullshit follow you into your coffin or your casket? Whatever burial arrangements you want. Your urn, your living tree, whatever. I mean, you can't do that to yourself. That's not healthy. That's not right. That's not normal. Continuing to follow the negativity because you have to see what happens. No, you fucking don't. No, you fucking don't. You do not have to see what happens. You do not have to see what unfolds. This isn't like the early 2000s where we had that whole reality TV craze. Everything was fucking reality TV, right? You don't gotta do that with your own life. You can go outside and take a walk. I'm a big fan of going and taking a walk. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I go hiking, I go out on walks. That's what I do. But if that's not for you, find your own fucking thing. Don't do what I do. Be your own person. But don't go following this negativity. For why? You're gonna get yourself all riled up. First thing in the morning. Why? Why? And why do you want to spread that to other people that are just trying to start their day? Life is hard enough. Life is really hard. And I don't care if you're millennial, Gen Z, boomer, you know, greatest generation following my channel. Life is hard enough. We don't need to go to a grave sooner than we have to because of stress and anxiety and bullshit over someone else's vendetta. It ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't normal. Your ancestors would not want you doing that. I 100% can guarantee you. But when you think about what's out there in the world and what you can do for yourself today, the best thing you can do for yourself today is to focus on 3 to 5 things you want to focus on this week for you. For you. How are you going to get to there? How are you going to make that happen? it's up to you. I'm here to help, but it's up to you. It's a weird concept, if you will, to not focus on negativity. It's a weird concept to not be doing what everyone else is doing. And I am the embodiment of that. I have pretty much no social media. I have no Facebook. I never check Instagram. I only check TikTok when someone sends me something. I don't have Twitter. I don't have anything. This is it. What you're watching right now. And even at a young age, I didn't want any of that shit. I got that shit because I had to have an art business when I was 18. And I got it to maintain contact with my family. That's pretty much it. And then I realized that's not what it was doing at all. When's the last time you got a notification from somebody from your family on Facebook? If it's recent and you're super connected, don't consider yourself to answer that question. But for most of us, and from what I've seen, from my experience with social media up until quite recently when I completely let go of my Facebook, was I never got notifications about my family. I never got notifications about anything that I put that I liked that was my interest. I never got notifications or updates about my friends or family ever. You know what I did get? I got ads. I got all kind of ads. I got all kind of bullshit, all kind of other influencers, all kind of shit that I didn't even care about. And you go in and you try and figure out the algorithm and you try and figure out, what's going on with all that. And it still sends you the same vitriol. And it's vitriol. It's not even anything valid. It's just pure vitriol. So when you ask yourself, what is this doing for me today? Focus on what you need to be doing for that time period. Not like all this negative shit, all this vitriol. That's not what we're after. That's not what we're after. We're after creating positivity in the world and creating change. I mean, I don't care if that means, you help somebody cross the street, where you tell a coworker they look nice today in an HR appropriate way. I don't care if that's, anything you can think of, helping your neighbor next door, making somebody food, doing whatever. Focus on those things. Create better change in the community. Don't focus on all this bullshit. It's exactly that. It's bullshit. It's a three-ring circus. And truthfully, I'm kind of disappointed in some of the news media outlets and some of these talk show hosts for giving things like that so much attention. It doesn't need to be given attention. When you give it attention, it gives more power to that thing. Let people prune and do whatever that they want to do that are like that. Let them do that on their own. The focus of society as a whole should not be that. It should not be that. It should be helping each other out and working in our communities and making our lives easier. You feel a lot better when you do that, believe it or not. There's studies that show it. There's no study that ever shows that scrolling through TikTok or Facebook and looking at all the negativity and the bullshit on your feed is going to make you feel better. And then going back into work and then having an attitude about it. That's, what does that do for you? What does that do for your clients? What does that do for your boss, your coworkers? The customers that you're trying to help, or the people that you serve, or the patients that you serve, or whatever you're doing. It's not going to do shit for them. It's not going to do shit for you. And now you've put two people, or multiple people, at an impasse in their day, in their lives. For what? For why? It doesn't make any sense, right? I just think that the more you give attention to shit that doesn't need to be given attention to, the greater power that you give it. The more power it gets in the universe. The more power it gets in the world. And this channel focuses on, I'm a weird sister. And I have weird opinions that people don't always agree with. And I don't care. I've lived my life this way for forever, and I don't think I'm gonna stop. This channel focuses on helping communities and helping people, and, you know, PTSD, entrepreneurship, all kind of other stuff that's important to me that I know can help the world. And what other people think about me is none of my business. I don't care what you think about me. I have been through enough of life, and I know my story to know what the real story is and not have you give an opinion. It doesn't faze me. I'm not a child, okay? And I certainly don't go on other people's channels or walls and, you know, tell them nasty shit. Because I don't have time for that. Who has time for that? You have time to sit at a computer and tell me that? You're a fan. Good job. Please subscribe. I hope you subscribe to see what it is to not be somebody like you, if that's how you want to be. I mean, that's my goal with this channel, and that's what I hope your goal is for your life. You know, to make a more positive world and create the change that needs to be created in the world. I mean, I'm on here this morning with no makeup, nothing, because I just find it to be this important. You know? It needs to be said early on, unfortunately, but it's gonna be said. So, I hope that leaves you with something to think about today. I may do other videos on how to strategize lowering your social media intake, or how to fix all of that, or what it looks like to live a life where there's no social media. My life has been pretty great since I got off Facebook altogether. I've been doing a hell of a lot more with my time. I hope that works for you. But if not, and if you need to be on there for whatever reason, maybe there's ways you can develop strategies, or I'll come up with something to help you. But don't let negativity run your life. Don't let bullshit run your life. Don't let all this shit that's clouding your brain all the time run your life. It is not your life. It is not our lives. You know? It's the monster in the closet. And the more you give attention to the monster in the closet, the more real it becomes. Right? The more you give attention to something in the universe, the more real it becomes. The more power you give it. And I'm telling you from experience that, like, I have dealt with a number of negative things in my life. And every time I gave them attention, and I gave them the floor, and I gave them space in my head, it never turned out good. And I always ended up in some kind of spiral, or some kind of level of anxiety that it became so hard to pull myself out of. But I had to, you know? Go literally take a walk. Do something nice for somebody today. Do something nice for you today. Treat yourself, you know? Do whatever you need to do to make your life a little brighter today. And if you can, make someone else's. But if not, take the first step with you. And then you can look back on that and you can realize, I did that. And that was nice. That's all I have. That's my little unstructured rant for the day. So, hope you're doing well. Stay weird.